got more purple to it. I never can really tell how the light is going to show up. So I'm just going to blend that. Right across where we did our kind of base transition color. Right across it. And bring it down here. And I'm just going to fade that out a little bit. I will tell you it's got a ton of fallout, which is not good. But I honestly, in all fairness to this is probably an older palette. I'm wondering if I'm even going to find it when I try to look to go link it. Now I'm going to kind of blend in the darker color with this. Okay, so I could leave this, but I'm just having such a good time with makeup today. So again, that is this. And I believe that we did just use the, it was this Maybelline palette that I think I used this under eye. And it was nice. I'm going to put it, I mean not under eye, under brow to get that brow shine. And it was really nice. I'm going to use it again. Go back and touch that up. Yeah, I like it. Okay, and also help me blend. Tons of fallout, but again, I think this is older. Sometimes one of the things you get with older or cheaper makeup is fallout. Now, what you shouldn't see is in something as expensive as this, which is Charlotte Tilbury. And in all fairness, I'm even going to use the same exact brush. This is a Sigma blending brush, which is an E25. The reason it's little is it came as a bonus in a pack that I had. Look at all the fallout on my nose. Do you see? So I'm going to have to get a dual fiber and just get that off. That's awful looking. Tons of fallout. Best thing to do is get a dual fiber or a fan brush, meaning it's dense at the bottom and light at the top, so it helps flick things off. You don't want to rub fallout in. You want to flick it off. So it's the only point of using the brush at this point. Yeah, got some on both sides of the nose. Maybe even the cheek. Okay. We'll keep that. We'll keep that out because we may have more of that. Alright. Now I realize why I might be having a little bit of allergy reaction. We unrolled a new rug last night, which that's tons of fibers from who knows where. And it didn't exactly work, so no. Okay. You know what? I'm kind of wondering. This wasn't the right highlight. It's not that either. Oh, it was the Dior. It was the Dior highlight. Yeah, it was that. It was that right there. So let's just get some of that. Now this is much more expensive and much more fine, and look at much less fallout, y'all. Let me go ahead and do that inner corner as well. Okay. And we'll blend all this in the end, y'all. Right now I'm just getting the color in the pores real good. And I was thinking about putting this on the lid, so I'll brush over the lid, but that's not going to be my final color. I'm going to go with a pinker color on the lid. But it can't hurt to have this. Okay. I say that. Fallout just flew everywhere. Okay. So now we're going to use the same brush, and we're going to go into the Confident Eyes part of the Stars in Your Eyes palette. On this end, these purple colors. I'm going to use all three. So, and it has a mirror. You win. Okay, so we're going to first go in this kind of highlighter color, and we're going to go on the lid with that. And that is very pinky. It's truly a pink. Almost like a peaky peach. Okay, so we're going to put that right on the lid. And this is just to get my base sparkle and the hue that I want for the lid. Go back and forth on the lid, especially right over the bulbous part, okay? Okay? We'll just kind of dust off this inner as well. Okay? The next thing I want to do is go with a flat shader, because it'll lay down better. That's a flat shader. And we're going to go into this next color right here, and we're doing almost like a paintbrush in one direction only. And we are literally going to do it like that. Just literally painting. And what that does, do you see how much more vibrant the color is now? That's because you're only going in one direction. And it's much creamier. This is a very creamy powder. It's a very high-end formulation, and it shows. This is when it shows. This is exactly the color I wanted for today. It's like a coppery pink with a sense of a burgundy undertone is what I wanted today. Okay, so it's there. It's on the lid, and I like it. So we're going to leave that alone. I am going to get a little pencil brush. I have two colors. And I'm going to go into this, the Power Eyes, and get this kind of champagne color. And do the inner, get that inner corner right on top of the tear duct, right there. And it's kind of a goldy champagne. If you want, you can run that right under the brow just to kind of make it pick up, okay? There we go. A little on either side. Do you see how it definitely picks up the color? Okay. And that is with a pencil brush. That is a Sigma E30, alright? And now, last but not least, we're going to use an outer tapered blending brush. And this is a Sigma E45, I believe. It's tapered on the end. And I'm going to go ahead and go with this color. So really, this would have been the palette to use today, because these were the colors that I ended up using. And I did like having the Japanese kind of as a base and using the Maybelline, but again, I need to see if that Maybelline, it may need to be thrown out. But it is so good. I love it. Maybe if I'd started with a really, truly clean palette. And so I'm going in the crease with this kind of pinky purple color. And we're going to blend that in on that outer color that we laid down with the, and remember, when you are going into a palette with a tapered blender, roll it so that you get all those little tapered endings, and then definitely tap it off. Again, we're going in the crease. One of the things you can do is look up, and that will, the skin will hold it when you do that, because it tightens up when you look up. And then come from out, in, and just kind of go a little past it to kind of bring that color in. A little past it. Again, just make sure your brushes, I really need to clean my brushes, because they if they're properly loaded with the color, it shouldn't take these separate steps. I think it's because I need to clean my brushes, and there may be some residue of another color in that brush, like browns, which is okay right now, to be honest. I'm going to bring that up just a little. Okay, so that's what we ended up using. Now what I got to do is blend it all back down, because as I look crazy right now. Also, having that pink on, it's coming through. That was pretty on the Maybelline. I'm not giving up on that Maybelline. I may just need to clean my brushes better, y'all. Okay, so first of all, again, get rid of fallout. All your fallout. Just flick it off. On the crux of your nose, there's little places on the side of your bone here and in that little crux. And then all here. Just flick it. Both sides. It's a little harder on this side. Especially that got in the crow's feet real bad. Tap it off. Do you see right there? Just flick it off. Okay? Yeah, it's way too pink, y'all. Oh, well. Yeah, it is. I'm going to have to fully start over on my mouth, y'all. But we're going to just keep going with the eyes for now. Okay, so we'll keep that out just in case. Now I'm going to use a short shader, which is some brush manufacturers call a smudge brush, and this is an E20 from Sigma. You can, if you don't ever share your brushes, which you shouldn't, or if you can lick it just to get it wet, or always have something damp. Or you can use, I don't really recommend this though, because it just goes everywhere. MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus, just because it gets it wet, but honestly, it gets it so wet, then you just have to dab it off. It's too wet. It's just too wet. Okay. I'm going back into this color. This kind of purpley tone color from The Stars in Your Eyes, Charlotte Tilbury. I'm going to go straight through the lashes, through them, not under them, through them. And the lashes will grab pieces of this pigment and then connect it on the end and just kind of stamp it in these kind of corner lashes, just to kind of pull it together. Do you see? Do you see? Oops, I almost went Japanese. Hold on. The thing about getting the brush kind of damp, but not just, I mean, not soaking wet, is that it hugs the lashes better and it holds the powder better until it comes off on your lashes. Knew that was going to happen. Knew that was going to happen. Okay. Alright, so again, I'm going to connect it right at the the outer corner lid, and then just kind of, okay. Again, if you want to make it a little more intense, you can add the color next to it right in the front, which is a little more frosted. And it will give you a little bit more color. See how that gave me a little bit more color? Right there in the front. Okay. And again, you can stamp that right on the lashes. Okay.